breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville.
But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee. This out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brand, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now Lawrence.
And it's caught. Touchdown!
Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a give running right, it's Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
hands here of Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 31 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Cook will score. Touchdown, New York.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked by Nick Vigil, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
37 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. He's across midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Rolling to his right.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers again now. Open man here is Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe they'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He'll get that underneath Etienne. Finding space at the 40. Across midfield. He's on his way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. 78 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Dalvin Cook
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On play action, Lawrence.
And Ingram hauls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 33. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And the Jets have got it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with
brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a real special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Josh Allen buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers now to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with ETN. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That one complete downfield to Kirk.
A gain of 32 that time.
This game is certainly not no shortage of offense. Both teams have been ramped up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one lines up a turnover.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Rolling to his left.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So the play before, he gets loose for a big gain, but this time they get him in the backfield.
How about learning your lessons and quickly? As you just mentioned, before he gets loose. Now they look at it, assess, maybe make a little bit of a change, a tweak there, and they were on him that time.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 59 yards.
And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dwayne Smoot in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here comes 2nd down.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Rodgers.
That's caught by Wilson.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Felisade American. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
That's pulled in by Wilson. How about this? Now he's free to midfield. Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Rodgers. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Red on red.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the Jets have got it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
New York.
This is 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Jaguars 53, Jets 46. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
All right, let's go.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, son.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably